Alright, well, ugh, hey everyone, it's Lifecraft. Sorry, I sound a bit bummed out. Um, but I had recorded this already about 2 times earlier. Both times it recording got messed up. So, let's just redo this, because I've redone this too many times. This is basically a tutorial on, how I actually made my detailed hair, or slash detailed item pixels. Um, this was suggested by JadenXMod. Thank you, JadenXMod, for the suggestion. And it's basically just how I made things like my hair or like the vest on the Omega Squad rig. So we're not gonna need much here. Basically, be using the program Microsoft Paint. Now I know this sounds unfortunate because frankly I've got a Photoshop here and there's easy access to GIMP and Paint.net, but when I started making videos, the only reason I ended up with detailed hair was due to an accident. You see, look, when I started, I didn't know how to make item sheets. I found them too complicated, and then whenever I had to make my hair, when I had to make my character's hair pop out, I originally planned on regular style, normal 16 by 16 hair or 8 by 8 hair. But the thing is here, like I said, I had no idea how to make an item sheet. So it's very simple. What I did was I took out all of the images separately, and I tried to make them transparent because I used paint. Tried to make them look transparent, and nope, didn't work because the online program I used didn't support that images that tiny. So I had to find my own way. I had to rescale the image, and when I did, it was super blurry and it wouldn't work. So I decided, okay, so what I'm gonna do basically is I'm going to just cut out the pieces using paint. But then the problem was it was very difficult to get an accurate cutout of, regular hair when I was trying to do with super blurred out ones. I didn't know where the line was that it ended at or started at. So at the end I decided, whatever. I'm going to increase the amount of details in the hair, and I did. And that's how I ended up getting my detailed hair. My detailed hair was a mistake. But, I mean, come on. What do you expect from me? So, it's very simple what we're going to do here. So, you just gotta have paint. Normally, who doesn't have paint? Unless you're on Mac. But Mac doesn't usually support, like mine-imator, so I don't know how. But, you're going to be using we're going to be using the websites easyresize.com, lunapic.com or lunapic.com, Nova Skins, and in some cases, assuming you don't have your skin yet, we're going to also be using Skindex. If you need to look for a skin. Now, if you already have yours, I'm assuming if you're searching the tutorial, you already have your character skin. But to make one thing very clear is that I've tried this in the past. Some skins tends to work better with detailed hair than others. Like I said, this is a tutorial on how to get both detailed items and hair, because frankly speaking, this would work the same way for both of them. Alright, so basically, assume you've got your hair. Just choose anything. I've already got my own skin for my last 2 attempts. You're going to go to Nova Skins. You don't have to use Nova Skins. Assuming you've got your own editor, it's fine. But as long as you can basically just do basic edits to a skin. Now, you're going to choose your skin. I'm using this one. And for the sake of this, I'm going to remove all of the extra hair at the front. It's just going to cost me too much additional effort. But another thing is here, for my sake, I'm not going to use detailed shaded skins. If you made your own skin, or if you got the time and you've got enough time and effort to make the additional outlines, because what we're going to do here is we're going to remove the hair. We're going to make him bald. We're going to make him as bald as we possibly can. Because the thing is, the best idea here is to make sure that underneath the hair it actually looks okay. You don't have to, because frankly speaking, no, not that anyone's really gonna see underneath the hair. Some people could maybe take off the hair on the rig, but if they looked at it, whatever, it's just hair. But I'm gonna cut this off. We're gonna take all of these parts off. Oh god, I messed this up. Hang on. Okay, it's still working. Alright, now just remove the last bit of it. Frankly speaking, this ag tutorial is actually going much professionally than my last couple of ones were, but back on subject. So, you've got this guy, he's got no hair, he's completely bald, you know, very normal. I'm gonna save this image, I'm gonna save the skin separately. So, save it as the caped baldy. I don't know, I'm just gonna baldy. Cape baldy. He's probably spelled it wrong. It's fine. I wonder if anyone gets that reference. Alright, so, you can close out Nova Skins from here. And then you're going to basically go into the paint. You're going to open up those little images. Not the images, I'm sorry, we haven't gotten there yet. So you're going to open up the regular skin and edit. And for the sake of this, like I said, you can use things from Photoshop, Paint, or GIMP. But I've gotten too adapted to this form. So this is the form I'm going to use when I'm editing. So what you want to do here is just cut out all of this. Now, don't save. Whatever you do, never click the save button when you're doing this. Alright? That's a terrible idea. So, we just need to cut out all of the extra bits and pieces of hair. And gonna get rid of this too. And get rid of the face. Let's color it all in with white. Quick warning to you guys also is that I am planning a move very soon. Odds of my upload date from there have been... I can't speculate when I'm uploading then. But I'm sure it'll be fine. So, basically what you want to do here is you're going to get the sides of your hair. Now, I'm going to start off with this side. And you want to cut out all of the rest of them and save as. Never save. Save as. And I've already got a folder for this from all my previous attempts. You're going to save this, and you don't have to, but I would highly recommend naming it what part it is. So, side. Any transparency will be lost. Now, you see, this is a big important thing. You're going to lose transparency, and that's where the detailed part comes in a little bit. You're going to click OK and undo that, all of that. Delete that image you just made. And I don't know, you can go with the top or the front next. It doesn't really matter that much. And then you're going to save as. Now this one's going to be top or back because some skins have different textures for the top and the back. This one doesn't. It's got the same texture. So let me just quickly move this here to see what I need to remove from this one because I'm not very smart about it. Alright, let's get rid of that. Move this here. And delete this image here. Now you're gonna save as. Wait, no, sorry, big issue. Notice just now. First, cut out all the other images. There you go. Full out square. And do front. Alright, so undo. Once again, gotta undo. Oh no, I saved, didn't I? Okay, thank goodness I didn't save. Wait. Okay, no, I didn't save. Alright. So, since I've got these parts already, I don't need them anymore. You might need them, just to make it clear. You might need these. It's only the fact that my character has the same in the back ends. You won't need two of the side unless you really want to go for it. But from there, that's basically it. Just don't save that anymore. Got the front, the side, and the top / back. The front, the sides, and top / back. All right. So it's hair. You've got hair. It could be extruded if you wanted. If you wanted, you could go into any program and remove that and make basic 3D hair. Basic, but we're not going for basic here. We're going for the detailed style. Now, another quick warning at this point: if you are trying to get detailed items, this process is all you really need to do is to simply get an item and pixelize it. That's really all you need to do. mine-imator supports basically any size pixels, from what I can tell. So just get an item that you want to have with slightly larger pixels and pixelize it. It just needs to be a large image, like a 180p image, and then have it with pixels. All right. So that's just a quick warning, so you don't have to watch through this entire thing. Sorry, I claimed it after a few minutes into the video. So because of the fact that they're not detailed, and we need to add detail, but they're too small. If we try to detail them here using paint, I'm not sure if any other programs feature the ability to make even smaller pixels, but for this one, we're just going to increase its size. Alright, now increase the size of every single one. Increase all of them. And download each one. The front, the top, and the side. Alright, now, we've got all of these images. You'll see them right here. You see, they're all right there. Now, it works. It works. It does. But they're blurry. They're very blurry, and they lack transparency, which will be a very big issue. So, now we've already got the skin. Let's import the skin. So, this is the skin. You can see it. Very nice. Very, fancy. And, alright. And it's bald. It's bald. We're going to add the hair. So, and by the way, a reason you need to add hair is because if you do it right, the hair underneath is going to show up under the detailed hair, which is going to mess up the effect. So, for the sake of this, after you've gotten all of that, you can close out that. I'll leave a link to easyresize.com. And then we're going to use lunapic, or lunapic to remove, wait, of course, I'm sorry, I'm missing a step here first. I'm missing a step. So, you need to edit them. And here's what happens to me, like I've told you, is they were too detailed, they were too blurry, so the program couldn't quite get them all right. You're gonna need to, first of all, make it look, oh no, alright, sorry, I'm messing things up here. Rectangular form. You're going to have to make it, try as hard as you possibly can to first make it look like the regular Minecraft hair. Alright. There we go. You got that. Got that. Now, starting there, you can start cutting off extra parts. You can start deleting additional parts. Now, to make sure it looks pixelized and still slightly, to make sure it still doesn't really clash with the style of Minecraft, you can just, I would recommend using the square one so you still have pixels and not very unusual details. So, you can have it as detailed as you want. I'm going to leave it there. And now I'm going to save it. Now let's do that with the sides and just the side now. Let's just do that with the sides. So, yep, just once again. Do that there. Do that there. And get a few extra details. Just a few small additional details. Alright, so we're going to end it there. We're going to end that part there. Now, the problem, we've got detailed hair, but it lacks transparency if we were to import them now. And by the way, to import them, you add any random item at all. Any random item, alright? And then you're going to go into library, inside of the project properties, and turn off use as sheet. And that reason that's important is because if you leave it on when you import any of these images, it will simply cut it off as a small fraction of the parts. You see, if you were to click change, it gives you all of these options from all of the different pieces. You don't want that. So, turn off use as sheet. And this will directly display this. So, this works, but not really, because it is kind of killing its entire self by not showing anything underneath. It's just not transparent enough. No. So, like I said, I'm going to use lunapic for this, and we're going to choose the front. Now, this is it. You can edit anything you want if you really want to. There's effects, filters, whatever. But you're gonna hover over edits, and you're gonna click transparent background. And then you're going to click the color that you want. So click the white in this for this instance. And as you can see, it has successfully removed the white. You can turn up or down the threshold. I'm gonna leave it at the default 5, at least assuming it's default. and you're gonna save it. And as you can see, it's got the new and improved one. You can delete the old one, and you're going to do the same once again with this one. Just gonna click on edit, hover over edit, transparent background, and once again just click on the color, save as, and once again just do that. So there you go, you've got that design. You don't need this, ignore that, it's just a server. And alright, so that's it. Now the next thing is, I'm gonna start it off the entire hair thing. Oh wow, looks all 2D and that's cool. Anyways, we're going to first off import the top. The top doesn't need that, assuming that yours is solid. Assuming that the block is solid, you don't need that. So, also if it's the top item of the block, make sure that the center thing is what's, it's being centered. It needs to be at the center. See, this is centered. So then we're going to turn it to 90 and parent it to the human's head and turn this to 0. Now, you don't have to, but I'm going to name it hair, or if you want to, because I did that by accident. Alright. Now you're going to turn down the size so it fits the head, but slightly, just barely, like. Now move it down and make sure all the sides are displaying it. Yes, all the sides are successfully displaying it. So, you got a slightly unusually haired dude. Now we're going to fix this and import the front, the new fixed front. Alright, so we're going to check something quickly. Okay, as you can see, the bottom is solid, but there's an issue sometimes that I've never been successfully able to solve. Where if the hair sometimes in certain colors or such, I'm not sure what it is, but it is got anti-aliasing down here, so it's slightly transparent. Now that's an issue that's unusually common, but I don't know how to fix it. I'm sorry. I'm sure someone will be able to. If you guys know how to fix it, just leave it down in the comment section. But okay, so now we're just gonna. A big thing is I messed this up when I first made it. So it starts out at the Y rotation or Z rotation, depending on your settings. It starts out at the rotation points being at 0, which is here. Now, assuming the size of your image, it will be different on what the top is, but for mine, it is 16. Alright? One quick disclaimer I forgot to mention earlier is that when you're using this, sometimes the maximum image size might be different. I am using 1280 by 1280. Alright, just to make it clear. Alright, now, you're going to go back to the hair and parent this to the hair. And we're going to make its x negative 90. And put this... Oh, alright, never mind, sorry. Thought I messed something up for a second. You're going to put that there. So you've got nice little hair. It's okay, it looks okay. Another thing is that oftentimes when I'm doing this, the hair kind of loses its proper shading. So it can become duller or look weird. This is gonna, that problem can easily be fixed just by darkening it up. So, afterwards, after we do this, I guess I might as well show what it looks like to import a detailed item. I'm gonna make a tie, because why not? It's basically the same as doing the hair, but, I might as well. Also, a quick thing, if you don't have to, but I'm going to name them the hair parts, hair underscore front. Then we're gonna add another item, anything at all. It can literally be the same item as another item. And turn off use as sheet again, and add this. Alright, we've got the sides. Now, once again, make sure that you make the custom rotation point depending, once again, on your image size. I'm going to make it 16. You need to make it sure that the rotation point is at the top of the image. So, now that we can see it's at the top, once again, parent the new item to the hair. I assure you that there is an easier way to do this, but not that I'm aware of. So, now we're going to do this. Make sure that it is at 90, and then turn this one to, I believe, negative 90. Yes. Alright, now turn that to 0. And so we've got that there. Now, how does that look? It looks okay. Alright, so now you're going to name it hair underscore. You can name it left or right. I'm just gonna name it side. And then you're gonna duplicate this and simply put a negative in front of the positioning for the sides of the head. So now you could import another item. I am going to, or if you wanted to, you could just duplicate the top one, and because for my sake, the top and the back are the same, but you know, might not be the same for you. So we're gonna turn this on. Once again, we're gonna import this. No, not replacing it. Wait, why did I do that? I could have. Sorry guys, I'm an idiot. So what you could have done instead of doing what I did as an idiot, you could have just done that. You could have just used the already existing image. All right, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry guys, but all right, now parent it to the hair underscore back, and then looks like the rotation point is already set, so -90. Oh wait, nope, that one looks like it wants to be purely 90. Whatever, what do I know? And that looks to be about it. Let me just move it out a bit to this front, back, I mean. And that's basically it. That's how you get the detailed hair. Let me actually turn on the color transfer, because you don't have to do this, but oftentimes the color gets doled out, like I said, and I don't want it to be doled out. So I'm going to turn this to 50. There you go. Now you've got nice darker hair. You look nice. Alright. Now, I assume I don't need to make a tutorial for how to make detailed items. But I'm gonna do it anyways, just so I don't have to end up making a separate video. So say, okay, this should be simple enough, but here's a basic input of it. You could literally just make the image bigger and delete this, and then you can just you can do the same thing. You see, like if I wanted to make a Timo vest, I could just do this. That's as basic as it gets. It's very basic. All right, and then just do the process like that. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you guys want, I could put this in the description of the video so you can have it. The little hair. Another thing is, a big issue that I also went through in making these is that oftentimes the hair is connected, supposed to like connect together. I didn't do that for the sake of this, because I forgot again, like I did with all the other scenes that I was doing this. But that's just it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!